huge warm welcome to the Hot Vlog Art Lovers with me, George Dopamine. I'm here on the South Bank to bring you a look inside when form comes alive at the Hayward Gallery. It promises this, 60 years of restless sculpture and includes some big names I've seen a lot of over the years like Franz, but also some hopefully up and coming or unknown artists, certainly to me. I'm really looking forward to seeing these sculptures fill the vast gallery spaces at Hayward Gallery. It's a group show. There's 21 different artists and collectives, so I can't wait to come inside. The show's on until the 6th of May and it's £19 to get in without a donation, £20.90 with, so do come and join me as we head inside the Hayward Gallery. Well, art lovers, I really hope you enjoyed that exploration there of when forms come alive at the Hayward Gallery in London. It certainly filled the gallery spaces of the Hayward well. I actually went to 2 shows on Sunday, one of which I was expecting to enjoy hugely, and although I enjoyed it, it didn't get quite reach the heights. And the other one I wasn't expecting to enjoy as much and really enjoyed. So stay tuned to see which When Forms Come Alive is out of those 2. My first takeaway is, if you've got youngsters, children who may, or grandchildren, or nieces or nephews, then despite the fact you can't actually touch the works or step over the black lines around them, this might be a really good show to introduce them to art gallery visiting and the art world. That's it's so visual and so spectacular in places that it would grip people of all ages. And there was a lovely moment actually when a dad and 2 kids went into the Eva Fabregas pumping gallery space, and one of the kids just went wow, because it was such an overwhelming experience. So that was a real positive. The other thing was, I thought that the works, the exhibits work best when they surprise, either in terms of their form or in terms of more the materials they used. I would say, for example, Marguerite Humeau's beeswax works filled the gallery with this incredible aroma, and were also visually very stimulating, and I'd never seen anything like it in a gallery before. I thought that Linda Benglis's Power Tower, where she'd mashed up and twisted this piece of bronze, so it was almost like a musical instrument that had had an unfortunate accident, was really effective in the way that it gave us different visual experiences as we circled round it. I thought that Tara Donovan's piece, which is almost like the flagship piece of the show, was a spectacular work, which, even though it was static, seemed to move and be bubbling, and as you moved round you saw so many different perspectives. I thought that was good. And I enjoyed Drift's skylight piece, where it was a moving sculpture that responds to us as we go under them. It responds to us and would float up and down. It was meant to be sort of referencing the natural rhythms of the world, and it reminded me a little bit of Anika Yee's In Love with the World that was in the Turbine Hall at Tate Modern. I really enjoyed Rufa Sawa's untitled works that were taken from her learning to basket make in Mexico. And I like the fact that you saw her progression with this from a relatively simple piece to a much more complicated piece. And the shadows that these works threw on the wall were absolutely gorgeous as well. And I thought that Olaf Bresky's Dream, Spontaneous Combustion, which referenced a quite apparently traumatic soot explosion in his studio, was good as well. So I thought it was a nice simple piece which sort of defied the rules of gravity in some ways to freeze a moment in his life in time. So there were lots of works I enjoyed. There was also some works which I found less engaging, more static, maybe less restless, which is what the subtitle of the exhibition promised. And so for that reason, it didn't quite wow me as much as I'd possibly hoped. There were a few works which I felt didn't really fit with the brief of 60 years of restless sculpture. And so I was left questioning their inclusion and why they were there and why they fitted into the overall narrative of the piece. But I'm still really glad that the Hayward Gallery has put this on. It's a really interesting concept, isn't it, to try and gather together as many good examples as possible of how sculptures pushed the boundaries of form over the last 60 years. Well, it was £19 to get in. And there's no discounts at the Hayward Gallery for us art fund holders or other things as well. There's a few, but very few compared to other galleries. And so for £19, I would probably give this a 6.5 or 7 out of 10. I visited it and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed some of the works I've highlighted. And I should also mention Phyllida Barlow as well. I enjoyed seeing a couple of her works and Franz West. But but I won't probably be back because I think I've got my fill. I think I've experienced it. So yeah, 6.5 or 7 out of 10, I would say. But some of you might have been to it and thought it was one of the most amazing shows of the year. And if that's the case, please post in the comments, because these reviews are all about bouncing off your opinions as well. And Yeah, it's on until the 6th of May, and it fills the spaces of the Hayward Gallery, although not the basement, sadly. And if you enjoyed this show, maybe check out my video on strange clay, which is where the Hayward Gallery brought together some ceramics that also defied convention. I've just put a link up there on the screen. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe to the art vlog, hit that notification bell, and most importantly of all though, wherever you live in the world, get out there, support and enjoy your local art gallery scene, because there's nothing quite like getting out there, is there, and doing that.